Hello! Welcome to Down with Dragons here on Monsters of Roll on Twitch. I am DM Scott. With me, as always,
Killian playing Maven Corpse Flower, as well as Javiant and anyone else that Scott tells me to play tonight.
And Mick playing Callan Den, the fool, who's just going to be all over the place.
And Chris playing Mirtimo. Maybe Blue, maybe Viet, maybe Theobald.
You never know. I like to keep my players guessing, just like our audience at home. You never know what's going to happen. We might not even play this game. I might just totally change it up. Who knows?
Shoots and ladders time.
Oh my gosh, I will crush you. I take it very seriously. A board might get flipped. Before we go any further with all of the seriousness and all that, a little housekeeping. Killian, announcements.
I only have 2 announcements this week, and they are our normal announcements. So the first one, if you like what you see here, you should definitely also check out our partnering podcast, Dungeon Patrol. It's not a podcast, it's a stream. Whatever, dungeonpatrol.com, and you can go check out their D&Ding. It's super interesting, and they're a great watch, so go check them out. Also, if you want to give any of our players inspiration tonight, you need to just contact us at the banner down below whenever it comes down there with that hashtag inspiration. Let us know what you liked, what you didn't like. Give your players some inspiration. Give Scott some inspiration so he can mess with us. Let us know what we should keep doing and how you want to screw us over in our future episodes. That's all my announcements this week. Back to you, sir.
Why, thank you, Killian. I appreciate that very professional, very poignant announcement segment. I actually do. I didn't do this because I wanted to, steal the glory, as I do. I do have inspiration to give out. And it's from me, the DM. And I wanted to give each of you inspiration, mainly for the fact of we are now 100% officially into, our normal game. We're not flashing back every which way, every episode. I mean, we still will be flashing here and there because, things. But nonetheless, you've done all amazing, playing multiple characters and multiple timelines, and you've all done great. You've made it a pleasure to DM and play with you, and so everybody gets inspiration from me tonight.
Oh, shucks.
So,
Yay!
Chris, you'll get an inspiration, and Mick, you'll get an inspiration, and Killian, you get an inspiration, and I'll take the rest of the 5 other inspirations.
Yeah, let's see where this was going.
I mean, hey, every episode I did things too.
Oh my God.
No, just Scott. DM Scott's good.
Oh, very good. Very funny.
All right. Seriously though, you all have done amazing, and it's been so fun. So last time on Down with Dragons, we were once again with Callan. We were back in Dragonlock. We were at a round table, or rectangular table, rather. Some shots were fired verbally back and forth. A calmer, more relaxed and poignant and artistic mind was at the table, trying to keep the peace between 2 hotheads. Plans were made. Infiltrations were done. Conversations with otherworldly beings done. And it didn't cause complete problems, other than you found out that there might be a character that somebody likes to portray that is got, a wanted poster, basically, Carnival, a dwarven socialite who has caught the eye of many people's attention, and apparently she is a wanted woman, at least with interested parties. Yeah, good conversations, and we kind of ended after Callan had made a proposal of, worthy people to be part of Terrafin's inner circle. Murtimo, when he was on his shift, got surprised and had a little conversation with Mossy. To his surprise and disbelief, and whatever mind-blown conversation that had to happen after that to make him even know he was, awake. So, that's where we ended last week. Or last time, rather. Sorry. This time, we're going to pick up in Sandcrest, flashing far across the continent. A few days since the last time we saw Maven with her daughter Illison and Sir Palmhead and Brother Love in the forest, dealing with horrible abomination spider-like creatures. A victory. Now we see them in a banquet hall, sitting at a table, at the front of a table with a lot of the actual populace of Sandcrest in attendance. The mayor will pick up. Thank you all for joining us. We have here our saviors from the onset of the invasion, from the strange mist that has taken us and the denizens that apparently live within. But still, citizens from our humble town rose to the occasion and charged forth into the unknown to protect us. So let me be the first here, officially, and he kind of turns to all of you, to thank our own. Putting a hand on your shoulder, which is probably, even though you're sitting, pretty much level. Constable Palmhead, a tribute to the law and order we all hold dear here. He has been a beacon of calm, order, and justice for as long as he has been here. Turning to the other side, seeing as you two wouldn't be seated next to each other.
No.
Healer Aloysius Love, or as I personally feel comfortable to call him, as many amongst us may, Brother Love, a beacon of health in our town for not just those affluent members of our community, but also due to his charity, the more downtrodden amongst us. Our guest as well, as of late, Maven Corpse Flower. I am going into that Southern. I don't know why.
It's a Greco-Roman town, and we all have Southern accents.
Yeah, I guess
Look
that's
for
true.
confusion.
That's true. I'm just gonna keep going because
I love it.
we've
It's
already
so
done
good.
it. But due to, thankfully, Miss Corpse Flower's timely intervention, and through a few people who might be in the know, who my own scribes have done some work, apparently not just a savior, but also a celebrity, and will kind of turn to anyone who doesn't recognize, obviously, Miss Amanita of the Scalebound. And there'll be a lot of claps and hoots as well. And then, lastly, but of course not least, our own other flower, Miss Illison, who is a true guiding star of our community, showing us the right way to go, showing charity, showing kindness, and love to all of us and binding this community together as well. So let me be the one to say for our entire community here of Sandcrest, thank you all for keeping us safe and protecting us from the dangers that beat on our gates. Loud applause, and the feast is on. It's a little bit of a public space, a little impromptu. If there's anything anyone wants to jump in at any point, the night will go on. The conversations, a lot of people trying to shake hands and just thank you and all of that. You can, if you'd like, jump in at any time there. Otherwise, we can kind of convene to right after the hubbub is over and the gala is closing, and you're all kind of by yourselves working your way away from all of this.
I have a quick technical question.
Yeah.
So many episodes ago, we took off our psychic tattoos and we put on fake ones. Was there a limit to how long those fake ones lasted?
It's a very good question.
Yeah, because the reason I'm wondering is because, like, I know, at least for myself, after Callan died, she's like, yeah, Scalebound, eat my shorts. Bye. Y'all are messed in the head anyway. So, I don't know if she'd be affiliated with them officially anymore. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, I'll put it to roll me an Arcana check, seeing as
Okay.
it's not it's
Aw.
up your alley.
I hope so. I sure freaking hope so. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a plus. Yeah, it's going to be a +5. So roll good. Come on, Catherine's dice. I didn't roll super good. I jinxed it. That's a 13.
13. That's not horrible. It's still there, but you may not exactly know how. I mean, you're not even sure how it was done exactly. I mean, Sealy. But you do get the sense that it can be, it's not binding to you. You don't feel any discomfort. You feel like you could get rid of it if you spent time trying to.
Okay. I don't think I would have focused on doing it, but that's good to know.
Okay. Yeah. So, unless I hear any objections, we'll kind of go to after the gala and the feast and all of that, kind of on the street after the mayor's mansion has been, shut down for the public. And you're amongst yourselves, Illison, Brother Love, Sir Palmhead, and Maven.
Brother Love gets done shaking hands and telling people to stop by his store, and
So
That's
many
just the
people
right
that
thing.
would never give you the time of day are acting like they are your best friends.
and he would have dabbed that perfume of bewitching, that infused item on during the thing as well, just to right.
Yeah.
I'll have
Absolutely
just
had
the
to.
salve for that. Stop by the store. I would be glad to help.
Oh, thank you, Brother Love. I appreciate it. I will
Desert
stop
flower
first
like
thing in the morning.
yourself. Yes.
I think Palmhead would want to give a little token to Maven if he knows that she's moving on.
Not yet. She's been
not
acting
yet.
maybe a little weird. Like distant, but still there. But like definitely, I would say without any hard insight, other than probably Illison, because Illison, I think, is a little blinded by maybe some of Mom's tells.
Hmm?
But you two probably can tell when someone's itching.
I'm trying to focus on people like fortifying the walls because like we defeated the threat, but there's more stuff coming. This is like baby's first battle. It's gonna get worse before it gets better. So Maven's like really just kind of focusing on like how can we make the town safer? How can we make sure that like if something else happens, there's a chain of command, there's like a protocol. so that as many people as possible are safe. And she's probably like grilling Palmhead, like, what is your emergency strategy?
It's all good stuff. It's all very dramatic, and if it doesn't turn out like you say, it's going to turn out make a nice story. But don't never you worry. We're taking it seriously. We're making those preparations. Preparation A through H. We got them all set up.
We sure do. Sorry.
Yes, the peanut gallery is back.
The Greek chorus.
Oh, so good, so good.
So we want to get right on top of stuff because this is really cutting into our leisure time, and we want to keep everybody safe and happy. That's how you keep good order. So we appreciate your good advice, your good direction, your experience with this kind of threat, and thank you.
I know you're more than capable of keeping yourself safe. It's just I've seen these threats before. This planar, I don't even know the adjective. This planar nonsense that's been going on. I don't know what to expect. Thankfully, I have had an encounter with those spiders before, but who knows what's coming through now that, and she kind of just gestures to the ever-present Aurora Borealis and like the mist or whatever that's like still kind of around. She's like, this is not a precedented circumstance that might be of your purview. You know, this isn't a tornado or an earthquake or a fire. It's like interdimensional monsters. So, you know, I know that you're very skilled at what you do, and she gestures to both of you and to Illison. She's like, I know you can take care of yourselves, but I worry. And she kind of says that like grimacing with feelings.
Well, little secret. I spend my downtime, writing some fantasy fiction, and it's always when the things look the darkest, that things might just turn around for the best, and that mystical, lover finds his one true love, and then all that. To be honest, it's kind of, I don't want nobody knowing because it's kind of erotic fiction. I got a healthy set of kinks, nothing weird or offbeat or anything.
Published in the newspaper.
I would appreciate if you keep that a secret.
Sir, you shouldn't be ashamed. No cake shaming here in Sandcrest.
Oh, we finally unmasked.
Dang it, Cletus, keep that down.
We unmasked the mysterious author. It was Palmhead all along. He's the Count of Monte Cristo.
Yeah.
The mysterious sheriff figure in a town called Sand Coast.
Yeah. Well, and you know the name of that inn, the Dune Rider. I named that. That's actually an innuendo. Because sometimes those people, when they come out of the desert and they're a little addled in the head, the dunes kind of look a little bit like the human form in certain
bountiful bosoms.
Oh, But anyways, hush. But if you're interested, it's available next to the Hexatheon. My most popular, highest selling one. It's The Adventures of Swanky Dangles. I'd appreciate it if you head on down the road any of these days, spread the word,
I will take 4 copies to bring with me on my travels. And then she kind of was like, wait, whenever those travels occur, maybe tomorrow, could be in a week, who knows? But you should get me those copies as soon as possible. Thank you.
He's got
Brother
4
Aloysius.
in his pack right now.
Brother Aloysius has already was opening up his bag to pull and just slides them back in.
You're like, this is my favorite.
Of course you have copies. Yeah.
But this is a secret. It can't be getting out
purchase.
now.
For purchases, they're very popular in the houses of ill repute that I assist with at. But I don't. Yes,
But
Aloysius
you
will
don't-
just be a little bit stunned here, right? That was just by instinct, like he's trying to sell somebody something, like. But he's just has a stunned, slack-jawed look on his face, like.
But like I said, we appreciate everything you've done so far for us, Miss Maven. Yeah. So just
So,
ignore all that.
Maple
Enjoy,
Court.
I'll never
perhaps
forget.
we
I will
enjoy the
say-
literature.
Illison, I rolled a natural 1 for her response, and
Wait,
just
he
if she
wouldn't have
knew.
wanted her to hear.
Right?
it,
No,
so.
oh no, she's here, and she's just like eyes big, with kind of mouth agape smile, and as Brother Love is like pulled out some and then start to put back, you feel a hand on your hand, and she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna need a copy of that," you know. And just has a wicked smile looking at Sir Palmhead, and she's like, "I never knew you were an artist."
Yeah, I said too much.
Sarah
I
Maple.
can't wait
I
to
Sarah
find
should
Maple
out
probably
who the
take my
damsel
leave.
in this story is.
Sir Maplecourt, perhaps we should leave mother and daughter alone, and you and I can go off and talk about that preparation.
Yeah.
That preparation H you mentioned. I thought
Oh
we
my
had that
God.
all cleared up.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Yeah.
You
Good
got a
idea.
cell for that, right?
Okay.
As
And
they
he'll reach to
walk
put a
away.
hand on his shoulder and just change his mind. And we'll just walk next to each other and down the street here.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And you head down, leaving Illison and you alone. And as they round the corner, you do hear one last voice saying, "That's not how Swacky Dangles would do this," you know.
I look at
I'm
Illison.
sorry, I can't help myself.
It's so good. It's so good. I look at Illison and I just burst out laughing. I'm like, you.
Oh, she
I-
joins you. She
Full
100%
volume.
joins you. Like you have a serious, awkward moment looking, watching, they're gone, look at each other, and then burst out.
Oh yeah. It's I never, I thought maybe that the masked rider might have been your friend Aloysius, but that Palmhead's full of surprises, kiddo.
Oh, I had no idea. I can't wait to go cover to cover, as it was.
Woo! Because innuendos write themselves. They really do.
Yeah, it's effortless
do.
once they're
It's-
set up.
They got a big push this
God.
time, I think. Mick.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, good lord.
Ride them
Okay.
dunes.
So you two make your way back to her house. Once you're there, she lights a fire in the fireplace and she puts a little tea on, even though it's late to still. It's been a long day, and just to unwind.
I'm kind of wringing my hands because I don't know how to tell her that I'm leaving again because I really don't want to.
Yeah.
But I got the call from Theo. I have to go back to Dragonlock. I mean, like, part of the whole reason that I came up here in the first place was to say goodbye to my daughter on my way to go wreak havoc on Mirror Vale in Callan's name. So it only seems right that I would go down to Dragonlock to check on things.
Yeah.
And I
So-
want to come back eventually if I can. But
So as you're wringing your hands,
Mm.
she's tea, starts to whistle. She pours some tea, brings over a cup, hands it to you, and I rolled a nat 20 for insight. And
Great.
she just hands it to you, and she's like, "So how soon do you have to leave?"
that's what I wanted to talk to you about, seeing as the last time I left, you didn't really get to have a say.
If I remember correctly, you were going to the library to have a chat, and then I got handed from person to person for a little while, with all the love and care that you could give.
Yeah, not my best plan. I will say the plan was to go to Dragonlock and be there for 3 months and come back, but the Scalebound has a way of keeping you from everyone and everything outside of their walls. And it kind of dawns on her. She's like, "Oh, that was the point. That's why they did that for a reason." And she's like,
I'm
an idiot.
You'll hear just not a mean amount, but just still a little tiny bit of heat on it. And she's like, "Of course, the Amanita is needed in many places."
I resent that name.
However, did you get it then?
Well, when you're good at something, names kind of just come to you, and I no doubt my appearance when I got here was quite striking, if you remember. I might be cleaner now, but it seemed a fitting nickname for a person rotting from the outside in. I developed some skills that were very useful to send money back to Lahoon, and then to I forgot her name. Shit. Doesn't matter. Other lady. Best friend in the whole world. I totally remember her name. Do you know it, Scott? Because I have no idea what her name is.
Her name. Wrong name. I'm looking because I don't remember
It's
either.
okay.
I was trying to be real smug, like I was going to bring it up while.
Make me feel bad for forgetting.
Yeah, no, it's like, this is your backstory. How dare you?
No, it's a forgettable name.
We're just gonna say another druid friend for now.
Awesome.
I'll keep looking.
I'm gonna rename her. Her name's Catherine. Thanks, Catherine, for the dice.
Catherine.
Yeah, she makes me roll good, so she gets to be my bestest friend.
I'm gonna make a note. So when I
it.
find her actual name, her name's Catherine.
Yeah. And it seemed like I was doing the right thing at the time. I felt, well, it doesn't really matter how I felt, but I feel now very foolish. And she looks at her, and she doesn't want, and she just says, "I don't want to leave. I've been having such an amazing time getting to know you and seeing all of the work that you do. I thought I needed to come up here and take care of you and make sure you were okay, but you are doing amazing. I look at the home you have for yourself, the friends that love you, the community that you're so tied to, and they all think you're perfect. I mean, I can't really blame them.
Illusions are helpful, Mother.
I'm very aware, but I'm proud of you.
I wouldn't have had the strength to just set out and make my own home if everything that had happened, for the good and not so good that happened, it worked out as it was supposed to. As she's doing this, she's actually pouring a little of her tea into like a saucer, and the rat Daruk is coming down and is sipping some tea.
Oh, you're too kind. This has made his month.
Well, he seems like a pleasant little rat. I mean, I didn't know you. He's kind of. She looks down at him and kind of scratches, gives him some scratchies, and just seems a little vanilla for your normal flair in the creatures you like. Deadwood speaking at all?
You know, I wish I could say I chose my familiar, but as the old adage goes, I was chosen by mine. And she
You actually hear Daruk kind of cough on his tea as you say, you were chosen. He's like,
in a way I was. And it's been a long time. I can't remember how necessarily we got stuck in this situation, but I can't think of having any other. Skirgelks are just too girthy. Those murder squirrels are off-putting. He's
terrible.
Perfect.
You hear that voice and he's like, it's been a long time since you said perfect with me in the sentence. I appreciate it. And you'll see him licking his paws, just cleaning,
Don't let it go to your head, she says in her own head.
She'll smile and she's like, so why do you have to leave? I mean, I understand and I'm not going to make it difficult. I'm fine, but it has been nice to have you here again.
I thought, well, and I tell her everything. I tell her what has been happening.
Exposition dump.
Yeah, I tell her
even the mist and what all happened in your.
Yeah.
Oh.
I tell her everything. I'm like, look, I don't know if I'm ever going to see you again, and I want you to know what you are up against. I want to come back here, and I want to take care of what's going on. But if I don't, you need to know what's going on.
The rules I got to do. Okay. Reaction. Belief in the whole dragon.
That one.
Ones.
She punches me.
Okay. A little mixed here and there. She shock, I think, is part of it. Definitely shock. Big eyes.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of half started and none finished questions as you're explaining things. But at the end of it, she'll just be like, all right, so the dragon gods are dragons that actually are not benevolent and
super evil.
You used one of the things to stop them, and one who apparently was dead is back and did all of this.
Yeah. I mean, I'll be honest, I'm still trying to sort out the details myself because I got a call saying the person who I was planning to avenge is now alive, and you can imagine how upsetting that is. My associate's on
Helen,
his
right?
Mm-hmm. Yep, and Theo's on his honeymoon, God knows where. He wouldn't say, the secretive little bugger. She knows about the Black South, so I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what he's doing. So
they sound perfect for each other.
I was saying that from day one. But I have to go check it out, and I am.
You have to help your friend.
Well, I cannot believe that I have a friend to go back and help. I mean, I saw him die. He was literally vaporized in front of me. And
you were at his funeral, you said.
Yeah, and then I came here. I mean, it's almost like a scene change, Oh, weird. I came here straight away. I said, well, that's one I care about. Very few people on this realm, and one of them was taken from me so fast that I didn't want to risk losing someone else.
All right. I can't even pretend like I understand everything. There was a lot.
I don't understand it either.
But if you need to go, I understand. But you come back.
Well, just try getting rid of me. And she smiles sadly.
And I'm going to make a roll. This is a luck roll for if it goes the way I just thought of.
Okay.
Oh, 19. Yeah. And she picks up Daruk and she scratches his head and she's like, and you make sure she comes back.
I'm full on sobbing. Maven bursts into tears, seeing her hold Daruk, and she's like having a moment, right? It's just like
you will hear a voice that is restraining a little bit of feeling itself. You know, you hear, keep it together.
she's full on like I just.
She's going like what? She's like, I'm sorry.
It's like 20 years of pent up emotion. Just, oh my god.
And you're gonna hear him in your head. He's like, calm down. You did fine. Just let this be. And just she's happy. She doesn't need to know those details. Let's just keep her world together.
I wasn't gonna say anything.
Okay, well, you were thinking about it for weeks before this. And yes, so let's just keep our daughter happy. I will bite you if you don't get yourself together.
I'm working on it. Damn it. You should have seen your little face. Your little
Let's not bring my very handsome whiskers into this. That are perfect, if I might remind you.
Blah, blah, blah. Okay, I'm out of the moment now. You took me out of it. Thank you.
You're welcome. Illison is hugging you, and she's like, "It's okay, it's okay." Like,
yeah, she's like full on, just like because that it's also just dawning on her. She's like, I have so much. If I live through this, I'm gonna have to tell her so many things. Oh no.
So, I think closing here, cameras pulling back out of a window with mother-daughter hugging near a fireplace.
Yes.
And a little rat looking on. That will be a good place to leave Maven, who is heading back to Dragonlock.
Yes. And I'm pulling up my wild shape table so I can see what animal I turn into. But that'll happen later.
So that'll be your travel form.
Yeah.
Okay. So back across, going through space and time, because that happened earlier. Yeah. Callum, you are sitting at a table. Sitting at an inn with very fancy everything. I mean, the woodwork, the tables, the plates. Everything's fancy. Chandeliers, all that. And you're sitting for your meeting, and no one's there. They're late, and you showed up fashionably late. And you're waiting.
That seems unlikely. Did I get the time wrong?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, you're saying what time is it? And she's like, oh, it's 3:30. You know. Oh no, I'm on time. You know, I'm late.
Well, this is Myrtimo and Javian. They're a little more responsible than I am.
Impeccable timing. Yes.
Typically, and also like after a little while goes by, even a few of the individuals who work there kind of proposition you. It's like, it's like, you looking for a room? You want to relax a little bit? You look stressed. What's
Listen,
Yeah.
I am a little tired of every time I come to the Cliffs District just being, look, I'd like a piece of meat. So just give me some room here.
okay? Yeah. You just let us know if you need. I mean, literally any of us around are more than happy to help relax you.
I'm sorry. Thank you.
She'll kind of just, as she's walking away, just make like a little gesture, and you'll see like 3 other people just like,
Uh-huh. Well,
10, 15 minutes they're going by.
well, yeah. And I'm drinking this whole time, and usually that solves the if I get the time wrong, that usually solves it.
Yeah.
You pass the time, and then something happens.
Ironically, after a bit, coming down the stairs from their room, you'll see Mertimo and Javian. Oh, Killian. Javian is in full. They look, they little. I mean, Callan, roll me an insight, or perception, just a perception, real quick, just to get their body language.
It's a 14.
14. That's not that hard. They look like they might have had, maybe didn't sleep well. They couldn't have possibly gone partying. But weird.
You guys look hungover.
Not so loud.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, did I miss breakfast?
You missed breakfast, lunch, and our meeting.
Not so
Hello.
loud, Kellen, not so loud.
Oh God.
Indoor voices, pianissimo.
What we were supposed to meet up and talk about the
we're
plan.
Here. I'm here.
Yes,
we're here. What do you want? I
Mertimo.
need a drink or a dinner or a fantasy aspirin.
Oh my goodness, it's always been stick to the line, stick to the plan, Mertimo. I've been leaning on you this whole time.
Listen, he parties once a year, and I got him to dance on a table last night. Callan, you missed it. It was amazing. You should have seen him.
Well, we've all.
I mean, that didn't happen. That didn't happen, and I dreamed it. I dreamed it.
We did not sleep well. It just we will be fine. We will be fine. It will all be fine. Killer.
You smell like you'll be fine. Yes. Okay. Well, good for you guys. Good for you. I'm happy that you're having fun.
Did you find the insurances?
Yeah, I've got a good idea for where to go for that. Why don't you just let me?
Excellent.
Why don't you let me take a handful of the platinum pieces, and I'll go take care of that.
Yes.
You still have them, right?
Yep. Some of them, yes. And I'll hand you a couple of them. And Mister gave you the map, yes?
I didn't ask him for the map.
Callan. It is too early in the morning for this.
It's
Too
not
late in the-
morning.
It's mid-afternoon.
It's too early in the morning for this, darling. Look, the sun's not even up. I mean, really, you're trying to tell me it's afternoon, and then the birds are still yapping around. It's like 6 a.m. I swear, I've never slept in a day in my. That's not true. I'm lying to you. I'm doing a lie.
We've all spent a good part of our youth together. I know what's going on. So good for you. I got it covered for today, I guess. Unless you have
We are needing the map.
the map.
Mhm. Good
You
call.
do know as well, just a reminder, you are all meeting the rest of the group here as well.
Oh yes.
You just
yes.
had your pre-meeting
Yeah.
beforehand.
Ah, yes, yes.
Oh, so they're probably coming.
It's
soon.
yeah. As you kind of think about that, it's like, oh crap, they're probably gonna like show up any minute.
Mhm.
And so as you're discussing the map, you're discussing how you've never slept in a day and you're awake. Next to you, like coming up near you, Murtimo, all of a sudden there is going to be a blonde, vivacious woman who just puts a hand on her shoulder. It's like, you look a little worse for wear, sugar. How can I help you? You seem like you've had rough
Yes.
go of it, and
Some
any.
just your finest ale with an egg, raw egg, and some of
Scrambled
the
eggs.
spicy stuff, and a scrambled eggs for Javiant. Javiant, anything else? 2 of those.
A little hair of the dire dog as
Yes.
it was.
Yes.
Yes, please.
All
And
right.
Kellen,
please.
get him one too. Get him one too.
I'm good. Thank you.
She'll grab a chair and spin it around backwards, and then very inappropriately just kind of straddle it in the chair, and nothing changes, but the voice shifts. You should probably talk to one of the people who work here. I don't really give a shit how you're feeling.
Oh, mister.
And he winks at you with all of the beauty that he has, but it still, now that you hear the voice, just feels weird.
Not to me.
Yeah, I'm admiring it. Nice.
Too early for this, mister. Did you have maps? Let's just get to business.
He raises his voice just a little bit right next to you, Murtimo. He's like, absolutely happy to get those maps that you so need. And he looks at you, Cal, and he's like, some people can't hold their booze. Give me a moment. I'm going to go grab my supplies and maybe slip into something a little bit more comfortable. And he'll stand up, fluff the dress a little bit, hoist the chest, and like, I'll be with you in a minute. He walks
All right.
off. You're alone at the moment.
I watch him go.
Oh, moving those hips like a
Mhm.
pro.
Mhm.
And
You
even
should hire
as
him. What?
as
Why
they
doesn't he-
walk past, like, just off a stranger's chin, just like, and give a little kiss and keep walking towards like the powder room.
Love that.
Callan, was there anything else that you wanted to share with Javiant and I regarding this job?
Yes. So I met the Mark. And we probably have a good in, but it's not a sure thing.
What is the in? Tell us the in. Details.
Okay.
Details. Rule number. Javiant, what rule is it?
Preparation
rules.
H.
The rules. The rules where you tell
That's
me everything.
Sandcrest. That's Sandcrest.
Oh,
The rules
Got
what
some
you
weird
tell me.
frequency coming in. Wait,
I
wait, wait.
have a book and I listen. No, not today.
The rules where you tell me everything, Callan. Remember that rule and tell me everything.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that one. That's a good
Everything
one.
is there's a good chance we could have a good play last minute on the inside.
Yes?
If that doesn't pan out, it's gonna go all down the crapper.
Yes. What is the play? All the details.
Sure.
So that we can
So
script it.
Terrafin, the Mark in this case, he's probably just gonna give me the goblet.
What?
Hell yeah, our job's
I mean,
done.
We're old buddies. Come on, it'll work. Probably, maybe.
Hmm.
But anyways, they're the
So you
layout.
told him what we were doing.
Oh yeah, I told him everything.
Can I do an insight check on that assurance?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, good. I don't trust that. I don't trust. No, I don't trust you. Ooh, nat 20.
Total.
Shut up, Google. That's this isn't about you. Sorry.
Total
Not
insight.
20.
Nat
Mhm.
20 totaling.
He wants us to do math.
Nat 20 totaling.
Oh, sorry. I don't know. I don't have my character sheet pulled up. I had Maven's pulled up.
Oh, fair. Jeez.
I have to pull up D&D Beyond. But I think it's like a +2 or something, so like a 22.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
Callan,
Yes.
being honest, how was that reassurance?
Callan is extremely confident that it's going to work. So, he's not lying.
No, but let's maybe gauge it on confidence and desperation, or
It was a
Mhm.
+2.
You know-
Sorry.
+2. Okay.
I'm amazing.
So Callan is confident in that, even if it doesn't, if it's not warranted. But he is also confident that he's seen enough variables to potentially exploit and use the skills of his wonderful crew to make a good end run, if nothing else.
So confident with a mix of overconfidence, with a mixture of ignorance, because we'll make it.
Yeah. Yeah, very Callan-esque, if you will.
Yeah,
Yeah.
almost flippant
Told-
at the danger. You know.
The one we are stealing from, that we were stealing from him, and you think he will just give it to you at this party? Why does he not just give it to you now?
Mhm.
Well, because that would give away the play to our contractor, or the person contracting us. He expects this to go down at the party, which is still, a ways away. And he has made plans to also be in the vicinity, he said. So that gives us some other potential variables and opportunities to foil and resolve this contract.
So you have no intention of completing this contract, is what you're saying.
Oh no, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying
You
that
are
there.
completing the contract, but you are doing some shady business behind the contract.
It's like when you have,
And what will
one of
happen
those.
to Javiant and I when that happens, Callan?
You don't have
Look
to
at
worry.
Javiant, poor Javiant, in
I
the prime
love,
of their life.
I love Javian. I love you. This is for
You do?
you in the long run.
Plate of eggs, bacon, everything that you were talking about starts to show up. Just shows up.
Just
Mirtimo is
Somebody
Very-
must have placed an order for you.
very irritated.
it's like, when you put me in your play and I go wildly off script, but there's just mad applause anyways. It's like that. Maybe you should take a nap. I'll
So
go
mad.
take care. I'll go take care of the insurance angles and such.
About that time, ironically, as you're discussing that, you'll see the door open and Daughter Midnight and Dolan will walk in, kind of look around a little bit, see all of you, and kind of make their way over to, you're just shoveling.
Staring daggers at Callan's back.
Said, like, just basically kind of like Dolan actually makes like, maybe we join you. Daughter Midnight doesn't even stop. She just sits down.
Yes, of
and
course. We are all
very
friends here. Friendly.
Briefly after that, Mr. then comes walking over and sits right back in the chair that he already had turned backwards and just kind of sits down, and he's like, hopefully the food's good. I did manage to pass along your order.
We much appreciate it, Mister. Yes, thank you.
Just Mr. Just Mr.
Mister.
So
Funny name.
thanks for coming and helping out with this. You guys are really great. You know, after we pull this thing off, you should think about branching out. You know, whatever you're into, I can probably find you a good outlet for that. If nothing else, you know, you could throw in with my crew here. There's just plenty of opportunity. Your talents are wasted on a man like Fallion Dorn. I don't mind saying it. So just give it some thought. I'm sure you've got a good thing going there. Pays well. But, you know.
Your crew, Calendon, your crew.
Oh, you've done it now. Oh.
You know, the way those things are shaking out in the world, when the dust settles, you know, you want to be on the winning team.
And
Yes,
whose
we will.
team is that again, Callie?
We will be on the winning teams. Yes.
Dolan, as you're saying all this, is just smiling and looks very half eager. And he's just like, honestly, it's just good to, you know, be amongst friends. Like it's a team effort. I'm not sure about the teams. I thought we were all one big team, like almost a happy family. But
Yes, we are all the winning team. All winning team, yes.
Dolan, I love that team spirit there. That's what we need. You're an ace. Good work.
I mean, I'm just happy to be included. I'll be honest.
Sure. So after we conclude business here,
Okay, I'll be
Dolan,
quiet.
I got a treat for you. If you wanna, have you been to the Cliffs District much?
Just a little bit. I mean, for the most part, I'm not in Dragonlock much. This has actually been kind of nice. Like, yeah, it's seen.
It is a crappy town.
I've seen better in the past, but like it seems a little rundown. But even up the Cliffs District seems very nice. It's scarier down in the Stones, and he kind of looks at Daughter Midnight, and he's like, Stones District. A lot of shady business, but yeah,
Enough chit chat.
Oh yeah, and he just quiets
Let
down.
us see the set design.
Mhm.
What do we
Mr.
have to
will
work
just-
with?
The map. Yep.
Yeah, Mister will just kind of go out from his jacket, and he'll pull out a scroll, open it up, and it is multiple sheets on top, and he's got it's the equivalent of a blueprint with also, like, if you've ever like just hand drawn a layout, if you ever played like The Sims, like two chairs and decorations and like almost like a photographic memory of everything he saw, and it's room by room by room, and even like they're lettered for where they are in everything he saw. There are a few blank spots that he has question marks on, and he just is like, yeah, I got a little interrupted and sidetracked before I could fully map out the entire mansion. But
This is the first time Maritimo's looking at all pleased.
Yeah, it's a lot of detail, and he's like, yeah, unfortunately, I was only in there for about 20 minutes, so this is the best I could do with such a short time.
You have an excellent hand. This is excellent. Like Maritimo's not even trying to flatter him, just like excellent hand, just offhand. Yes.
Daughter Midnight hasn't said a thing and is staring primarily at Callan the way that Mertimo was a little bit ago. She's just narrow-eyed, just leaned back, just.
Do we have guards? Which are the guards? The guards on this map, Peter?
Well, yeah. He actually pulls out another scroll, and these ones seem almost like the translucent more, and just lays it down. He's like, as you can see, he's like, I kind of have them marked. and at least the rough patrol they were doing. Granted, I have no idea. With it kind of glances in Callan's direction with the limited amount of time I was in there. If this is their dedicated routes, but
And these are
from what I
household
know.
guards. They are regular guards.
Yeah, there's actually, as you can see here, flips down. There's a basement here, seems to function as kind of a barracks here.
Interesting.
So
interesting.
obviously, I couldn't get too deep into some of this. Just kind of, well, that's really where I took on the biggest part of my disguise. And like bedrooms here, a bear, just this. There's hallways that were not charted, but yeah.
And will there be additional guards for the night of the party? Do we know?
From the sounds of it, it was all hands on deck. So I'm assuming it'll be all the usuals plus some outside sourcing for perimeter and stuff, not on the grounds.
Who is in charge of the guards?
Oh, from Captain. I'm looking for his name. He was the one from last one. Where is he?
Toph?
Where is he? What was that?
Toph?
Yeah, no, not
No?
Toph.
Toph.
Not Toph. He was the half elf who was training the anvil. Look, where did his thing go?
And you got a good look at him, mister?
Oh yeah, that won't be a problem if you're wondering if I can blend in.
Excellent, excellent. And Dr. Midnight, where would you like to be set up on the evening of the party? As our quick strike if we would need it. Where approximately, you need not tell us exactly, I understand. But where would you be swooping in from the wings?
Sorry, maybe with the accent. Who are you talking to right now?
Dr. Midnight.
Dr.
Dr. Midnight?
Yeah, sorry. She'll kind of just never breaks eye contact or direction. I'll be wherever things, when they go off the rails, I'll be there to clean up whatever mess you make.
Excellent, excellent.
And she repeats, when they go off the rails.
Yes, yes. He always
Or
says he
wink.
will stick to the lines, and he never does. Off the
I'll
many,
throw
many
Dr.
rails.
Midnight a wink at that one.
Javiant, I think you remember that one play?
Probably the one where.
Yes. We are of one mind. Yes.
Absolutely.
I
I how could I forget? Really?
I don't
This would
remember
be-
it.
This would be excellent. You were there, Kellen. You were there.
You were improvising as usual.
Do we know where this thing is? This item, this MacGuffin, the Maltese goblet.
No.
Yeah, kind of everybody is kind of.
And do we know what it looks like? At the very least, I assume we know what it looks like. What we should be keeping our eyes open for during the party. And we looked up Mister and Dolan and Daughter Midnight.
Dolan will actually be like, actually, I can help with that.
Please contribute. This is an open table. Not you, Kellen.
He kind of scoots his chair up just a little bit. He's like, okay, well, I can find out exactly what it looks like. I have a ritual. Basically, it's part of some of my specialty and everything. I can find out what it looks like. I just need a few components, some time, but I can make us actually an exact replica of exactly what it looks like, even if you want.
That's
Um,
excellent.
Yeah,
and it won't be worth anything. Like
That's-
just to make that clear, like it will look like it, but it will be made, I mean, of clay, basically.
It's
a-
worth
Paper
will
mache.
be in
Yeah.
gold for us in this operation.
Those things
Please.
are very important for rehearsals, right, Murtimo?
Props,
Yes.
baby.
Yes.
Practicing, practice, memorizing our lines.
And
I have a
Dolan,
quick question. Oh, go ahead, Kellen.
good work, Dolan. And I was starting to say before, you mentioned that you needed some components for your scrying and such.
Oh yeah,
Um,
I mean, just specific things here and there. Like I'm assuming this town probably you can find a lot of it, but there might
I
be one-
actually have a really good in with the best supplier in
Oh.
the Cliffs District. So maybe we should take a walk after this together.
Absolutely, that'd be great. I can't wait.
You do such good work. It's just a privilege to support that.
He's
Stop.
up to
I haven't
something.
done anything yet. I mean, thank you. I mean, seriously, thank you.
Oh, okay, quick
We-
question. So we know. Okay, I don't know if the rest of you know this. I'm very famous. And I am an actor, a patron of the fine arts. I was wondering, how the hell are we going to get everyone in? I can sneak in with the musicians. I can perform. I'm kind of a local legend around here. Anyway, but how are we going to get the rest of you in? I can take at least one person as my entourage. A star never leaves the home alone. But how are the rest of you going to get into the facility on the eve of this ball?
You, Deviant, will be the invited guest with your escort and your guards.
Okay,
I
hell
think
yeah,
this would
I
be
love
excellent.
that too. I can play the part of invited guest, I suppose. It's not quite as fun as subterfuge, but it'll do.
Right. We want to keep it subtle and stealthy.
Subtle's my
Mr.
last name.
Mr. shall be on hand to become the captain should need be redirect patrols. Callan. Perhaps Callan should just be at the party.
Good idea.
Distraction occurs.
He makes something blow up, he trips over his own 2 feet, kills a couple guards, the usual.
Dr.
If you
Midnight
want.
sweeps in. Dolan, you are with us.
All good
I'm
stuff.
excited. This is gonna be great. This is seriously like I can't fail, right? And we're getting paid a
It
lot.
could.
Mister is just kind of sitting there, kind of his chin on his, hands on the chair, and he just looks at all of you. He's like, I'll be honest, I really hope this works out for all of you because this has the potential of going horrible, and
Mhm.
I'm not paid to actually make sure anyone makes it out.
And Mirtima will look very pointedly at Callan. So we are made to understand.
Mhm.
I
but-
know, it's great, isn't it?
But I will say, if push comes to shove, I can make sure we get the goblet if things go off the rail and really not worried about life and death anymore. And I can make everything be quick if things go bad for you all. So I'm excited to see how this plays out. It's been a while since I've done something this elaborate and complicated.
Well, it's good to know that you're prepared for this, no matter which way it goes.
Absolutely. I'm like Dolan said, I'm excited. This is gonna be great.
Oh, we aim to please. It's thrilling and just compelling the crowds and the team. It's what it's all about.
The famous one amongst us, kind of gesturing towards Javient. I mean, it's going to be a good show to see either way.
Oh, I
Mhm.
plan on it being one you'll never forget.
I
Mr.
hope
Dolan,
so.
if you would.
I hope so.
Please stand up, and Mortimer will go over and start measuring him.
Yeah, he's doing T pose.
Yeah, I'm taking notes on his measurements. I have to be in charge of costumes. They're not going to make themselves.
Do you prefer fur hats or felt or what? No, Javient will take care of it.
We don't
He
have
looks
the
like he
budget for fur.
could pull off
Like-
medium tails in silk. You got that?
It is up to Javient. They are the
Well, if
expert.
it's on your dime, Callan, I could make anything happen.
Ah.
If you float me a couple platinum pieces, then I could make something nice.
I'll leave that up to you. You're the artist.
Well, I'll take your purse then.
Mertimo, would you just do me a real quick? Would you make me an investigation check? We'll just use that for
That'd be a dirty 20.
dirty 20 for measurements. Okay. Perfect. So you get your measurements. You all.
I mean, it's
discuss-
measurements. I should get advantage on that even because
Yeah.
my life's
exactly.
work.
You will notice. I wish I could do whispers. I mean, does everyone want to turn their audio off for a second or something? But otherwise, I'll just if you want to, that'd actually be useful. Callan, you too, if you want, because Mertimo is the only one who discovered this. You guys are good. So you can't hear a thing I'm saying, and so I'm going to tell everything to Chris and you both. If I find out you are listening,
I
will
can't
both
hear you.
Die horribly. Perfectly. Mertimo, as you are doing measurements, you will discover, and you will get a glance from him when it happens. He knows when it happens. There's an illusion there,
On Dolan?
Nolan.
Okay.
You start to you feel it. You're doing measurements, and all of a sudden you just sense that you pierced a veil. You haven't seen through it yet because you just discovered it. If you want, you can, but you
If he can do it surreptitiously, as he's apologizing. My
roll me a
apologies.
perception check. If you want to do it stealthily, I'll say disadvantage.
Okay.
But you know for sure there's a veil.
Disadvantage would be a 17.
17. I'm gonna roll his deception. He doesn't notice. You notice.
Okay.
He looks really weird. He's probably about 6 foot tall. He's human, but you'll see as he's holding his hands out, one hand looks to be red skinned, the other one doesn't. He has one eye that looks like almost like a cat slitted eye, and some red skin going up his neck onto his cheek, and one like fanged tooth. Hair black, slick back.
Okay.
And you real quickly, like as he looks at you, as he feels you going past the veil of like measurements, you just real quick, you see it, but he doesn't see you see it. You're confident of that. Right.
Perfect.
Hello.
Hello. Okay. So
So what'd you say?
a lot.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So-
Perfect. We have
He's like,
just
good.
just the items. You would look fantastic.
Oh, good. I can't wait to see what you come up with. It's gonna be
Javient is a absolute dream. They you will look exquisite. They are an expert, unparalleled. You
He's
will
just
be very happy.
big stupid grin. He's just like, I will be. I know I will. This is gonna be great. And he kind of looks over at Cal and he's like, are you ready? You and me? Just
Yeah.
you and me going off?
Let's hit the town, buddy.
All right. I'm excited. Just some one-on-one time with you.
Right on.
All right. And he's like, lead the way. I mean,
Okay.
I'm at your disposal.
Okay. Yep. So Callan definitely knows the best supplier of scrying and divination materials.
Yep.
As far as he knows. So that's their destination. But along the way, he kind of has to figure some stuff out. Doesn't really know where this contact is at the moment.
Fair.
So he does know a way to figure that out. And that is to check if another old contact of his, which is basically a lawyer, kind of situated between the Cliffs and River District in an odd sort of setup. He's a good guy to go to when you need to, contact whoever. So we're wandering around, chatting, whatever conversation.
He talks a lot whenever it's quiet. It's almost like he's afraid of silence.
Oh yeah, that's good to know. Yeah, keep talking. Tell me your whole life story. This and that.
Yeah, absolutely. He is telling you everything and nothing. It's just talk.
Callan's not really listening. He's just assessing, all the old places he might be familiar with.
Yeah, you start to turn a corner down to where those the little offices, if you want to call it. And he's like, it was interesting. I mean, I've never done that before, and it gave me really bad heartburn, and I couldn't.
Oh, here it is. Here.
We're here. Awesome.
I mean, we're not here, but here's where we need to be.
This looks kind of shady. Does
it's really and it's really garish actually. It's kind of it's like really flamboyantly advertised all over his building. The lawyer's name,
very ambulance chaser.
Yeah, it's the offices of Wessage Greatfellow. And he's got a little tagline underneath all of his signs, and it says "Better Message Wessage." And
with
he's and he is a dark orange tiefling with just that smirk and oily mustache, barely growing in.
Almost pencil drawn. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, this is it. I mean, this isn't it, but this is where we need to go. And then so I'll just enter the old offices there and see if anybody's there. If he's still alive after the calamity in Dragon.
Yeah. So you'll make your way in. You will hear kind of it's just the equivalent of just a gong. That's a brass gong that's hung on the corner of the door, and on the door is actually tied the baton, the the hitter, and so it's a bong, and in the distance from there's a small it's a table. I mean, it's supposed to look like a counter, but it's a couple tables that are on wooden boxes, and that have a sheet thrown over top of them, so they look like it's all one. It's really ramshackled, but yet still garishly nice. It's put together. It's like a kid's fort, And you'll hear behind the counter in kind of a back off room. You'll hear, "Hello, who's there? Who's there?"
It's Callan Den here for Wessage.
Wessage is with in a very important meeting right now. Are you potential clients for
I
Mr.
will
Wessage?
ignore this particular voice and walk right through the office and kinda
You'll
just
turn the corner. You'll
shove
see
through the
him
door
with
and-
a trying to put on like a robe, and he has a wig half like set on his head. He's talking through a brass pipe that goes around to the other area of the room, looking like he's just like, "Oh, don't go back there! I'm changing. Mister." And he sees you, and he's like, grabs the wig, takes it off. Do you have no decency for a woman changing? My receptionist could have been in any situation.
You don't have a receptionist, Wessage.
They don't know that. How do you think I managed to dupe over half the people that come in here?
Yeah, okay.
Presentation, you showed me that. What they can't see doesn't mean it's not there.
You're doing good. I commend you on that. Hey, I got a bunch of questions for you.
Absolutely. Do you have a whole bunch of money for me too?
Potentially.
Oh, good. I potentially have all kinds of answers.
Oh, yeah. Hey.
Hold on. Takes off the robe, goes over to his desk, which is the only nice thing in this entire broken down office that is like has the facade of looking nice. And he goes behind a desk that looks like it might have been stolen from an actual lawyer's office. And he sits down behind it, puts his feet up. And he's like, all right, Callan, tell me what you got.
All right. Yeah, shyster. I got something for you. Hey, you heard anything about this new noble up on the cliffs?
New noble on the cliffs. Well,
Derek something.
Derek something.
Lord.
Yes, something. Lord.
Derek.
Oh, Lord Derek something. Yes, I'm familiar.
Yeah.
I've got all the information. What are you looking for?
Well, he's got quite the setup up there. You didn't have anything to do with that real estate deal, or what?
Oh, of course I had something to do with the real estate deal. There's nothing that goes down in this town that I at least haven't had some hand in.
That's why I'm here. So good. So you know him well?
Of course. We go golfing every third Friday.
Insight check that.
Roll me an insight.
Okay. That's 12.
12? You're not sure. He might be like there's that party that's like he is full of crap. But this might be that one truth in a cornucopia of lies that he surrounds himself in. You know, like you're not 100%, but you do know he talks a lot of crap. So it's maybe.
Oh, then you're in good with him. Then you don't need me to try to get you on the list for his big party coming up this weekend.
This coming weekend, there's a party.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, of course. I must have misplaced my invitation.
Mhm.
The receptionist, she's real bad at record keeping. Of course. Yeah, why? Well, you don't tell me you wanted to be my plus one, right? Right.
I'm just offering to do what I can to get you in. If you're so inclined, if that's something that doesn't interest you, or you got other previous engagements or whatever, don't worry about it. No problem.
I mean, he starts to kind of thumb through a book, which you very quickly see is blank. And he's like, well, I mean, many engagements. I mean, I might be able to squeeze something in. But it really comes down to one key factor. My old friend.
Yes.
Money. Yep, nothing gets me up or out of this office unless there's a price attached, and that price
Right.
is coming to me.
I seem to remember you are sitting on more than a couple items of fenced goods that
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Mhm.
Reputable organization, no illegal activity. I do know individuals who have done things, but I've gotten them off the rap or at least reduced their sentence.
Oh, you're great at that. You're the best. Absolutely.
I do what I can.
I would have not have made it to adulthood in Dragonlock without your help. So, anyways, yeah, I think we can help each other out. So Callan will like take out a platinum piece and use it to pry the lock on his drawer on his desk open.
He's like, hey. I mean, I appreciate.
And then
That's a good lock. I mean, and that's a horrible thing to use platinum for. Is it real?
here, check it out.
He'll grab it and lick it. Oh, that's good stuff. Okay. So are you asking if I, by any chance, have confiscated goods from other individuals? Because you never know if there's people listening. That maybe a client left behind, kind of a lost and found of,
No,
things
I am.
okay.
I'm asking no such questions. I got the drawer
good.
open. I got the drawer open, right?
Yep, perfect. And he palms the platinum. He's just like, help yourself, of course. I have no idea what's in there. How could I? I mean, it was a locked drawer. I mean,
How is Dolan reacting to all this? Because
Dolan is just standing there watching, and is like, he looks both confused and amused, and like you also see, like every now and then he also gets this far off look, like he's seeing a piece of a conversation and kind of like, oh. And then back to you guys, and then
yeah, okay. Well, yeah, you're a big help. I'm not asking any questions.
Of course not. Why would you have any questions? You're here to tell me about money.
I grab one of the things that's in his desk.
He slaps your hand.
And I slap him back.
Hey, hands off the goods.
Come on.
What? Hey,
I'm just gonna use this.
These perfectly ordinary stones. Why would you want to purchase some ordinary stones from me? All of them are available for ordinary stones for 25 gold apiece. But once you throw them into the river, they are gone forever.
Okay. So
I am not responsible for bad reception or bad throws. I mean, not reception. Callan, we're trying really hard here, and I have been getting watched lately. Like, what do you need? Just talk quietly. Just bring it down.
Oh, I just need to thank you for all the years of wonderful legal services that you have applied to me while I'm taking one of the stones.
Perfect.
So, I mean, and I think I would love to just shout that out to anybody who might be listening.
Not so loud. I mean, let's not get crazy.
Such a wonderful guy.
You're really gonna play me this. I mean,
better
I gotta say,
message is not just a line. It's a way of life. Come on.
I throw me a persuasion check, by the way. I understand that, and I gotta say, hey, you learn from the best. I heard you were dead, and you're back, and I taught you how whenever you're in debt, fake your death. I mean, good job. You took that one to heart. I didn't even know you were in. Yeah, you walked right in, and what'd you roll?
Total of 24.
24, and he just gently slides the. He's like, so good. You can away from here. Let all know better message. All of the good stuff, because I just really don't want you to throw. People in glass houses don't throw stones. And
I'll throw one more platinum piece at him.
And he's like, but. For good friends, it's hard not to enjoy the company. He pulls the desk back open. I mean, yep. I missed you.
Begin making a call.
Okay.
And I know that I can't say this out loud in the office because I don't want him to get in trouble or anything. But I know that these stones tend to be of the untraceable burner type of sending stones?
Absolutely. One-time use burner sending stones.
Right. Yeah. So I just make a call, and I make the call to Tora Tarania, a wealthy, noble scion of the Cliffs District, who runs a sort of a fortune-telling charlatan / actual divination services network / underground ring.
Yep.
And she's the source of the materials that we eventually want to get to. So I'm making a call and saying, Tora, hey, it's Callan. How are you? Where are you? And when can I catch up to you? Click.
Is that the end of the message?
Yeah.
Okay. So as you say that, a few moments goes by, and unfortunately, from the stone, audible to all in the room, you hear, Callan, darling. Unfortunately, relocated on a houseboat, gambling boat in the shores. As long as you're willing to buy your way on, we'll be docked at 9. Good to hear from you, darling.
Well, that's going to be quite the trek. Okay.
Oh, just jump straight. Oh.
Yeah.
And as that sound starts to come through, immediately you'll start to hear Wessage start to go into song. He just starts singing. He's like, "Oh, it's a long way down in the Cliffs District, and it's long," you know.
It's actually good to have some good adult conversation. The last person I had an interesting conversation with, it's almost like I was talking to a baby. Wait a minute. Okay, Callan needs to make another call. Oh,
Okay.
So he did take a second stone.
Yeah, and he'll put his hand on your wrist, and he's like, "For God's sakes, man, do it away from here."
It's good. Don't worry about it.
He will break
Already
into a second verse down in the Stones District.
Okay, he's already started the call. He starts speaking in Orcish, and he says, "Hey, old soldier, hoping you're still alive. I'm alive again, by the way. Hope to catch up soon, but serious issue. How's Maven, by the way? Oh, damn it. That was the limit. That was to
say another
Theobald.
25 words. Please deposit another 5.
Damn it. Oh, God, dang it. That was, I didn't finish my thought. So he's going to try to take another sending zone.
He will just put his hand down again. He's like, seriously, if you take one more, I swear to God, you better leave.
Okay. Just take
Opens the
another
door,
one.
shuts the door, and he's like, go.
Okay. Yep. He takes it and urges Dolan to leave.
Yeah, Dolan is already kind of like, okay, yeah, we're
Yep.
we're
And
heading
then,
out.
we make a good show.
It was a pleasure to meet you. He's like, get out of here,
Thank you. Better message. Thank you.
Please make an appointment next time. In that boy,
All right. So we get out back onto the street.
Yep.
All right. Okay. Dolan. Yep. We need to get to. We get to have fun on a riverboat. So we're gonna have to trek down to the shores, though. Not a big deal. But that's where we're gonna get all the good stuff. And I just hold on. I gotta make another call here. Okay.
Okay.
And
Sure. And do you want me to, or you? Oh, perfect. And he kind of.
he initiates the call. This is to Theobald again. The first one was to Theobald. He didn't finish his thought.
Would Theobald had a response, by the way, because you could have
Theobald,
okay.
with the piece of that message.
So that
yeah.
piece, Theobald went, Callan, but then immediately switched to the white earring and call Callan on
Okay.
the white earring because he wants a
Okay.
response back to, like, whoever this is, answer me briefly. What did I ask of you before we went down the cliff? How are you alive? Where are you?
You get a message in your head
Okay. So in response,
as you're about to make a call.
oh,
You haven't done it yet. Yeah.
Oh, okay. just pocket that one then.
Yeah. Dolan's just staring at you like, well,
Got another call. Just hold on.
sorry.
So this is Mick. I'm not sure if this is right, but Callan might remember you asked me whose side I was on. But I'm not sure if that was what you're looking for.
Make me a history roll real quick.
Okay.
Because I don't exactly know
Who?
specifically what question.
21.
21. Chris, what like
Focus on top of the cliffs. He had
focus.
Focus.
'Cause he was
everybody's life
keeping-
depended on him. He
Okay.
needed to focus.
Okay, so Callan is like searching probably for a bit, and then it just comes to him. Focus. And that's probably the first word he says. Focus.
Focus.
I came back because Queen Sorva brought me back, made me her knight. What was the other question?
What was the other question?
How are you alive? What did we say before? How are you alive and where are you?
Where are you is what you got left. You got 5
Okay.
words.
I'm in Cliffs District now. Okay. So that would take care of my response one, right?
Yep.
Yep.
In that moment, let's just might as well play it out as we're here. I'm assuming in that moment you probably might have Theobald probably said something to Talcia about it. What will you say with that response to Talcia?
Oh, what would Theobald tell Talcia?
Yeah, basically you got the first message, and it's
There'd be
like
a lot of curse words.
what's the problem?
Callan's working for Sorva now.
Oh, Callan's alive.
Someone claiming to be Callan, and they told me the right things.
All right. Well, send him a message because sending works. If you when you cast the spell, if you intend to speak into the person, it'll either connect with them or it won't. Or if it doesn't, they're not here or they're dead. So you can verify right now it's Callan.
I did that. It's Callan then.
Oh.
Yeah, this is bad. We need to let Maven know.
Oh, nothing about this is good.
He asked about her as well.
Why?
He didn't say.
You should warn her also that he might not be 100% him. Like, it might be him, but he's working for Queen Sova.
Yep.
Oh, lovely. All right, we'll flash back. Callan, what were you doing? Were you going to make another call?
Well, not initially. He'd probably head would be kind of swimming, talking to Theobald a bit. So Theobald came back with the call and response type of thing.
Yeah.
So he kind of got distracted. So him and Dolan make the trek most of the way to the riverboat.
Okay, you still got hours before like that, unless you're going to wait around.
No, I mean they'll go on the trek,
Oh,
but
okay.
at some point, Callan will be like, "Oh, I remember what I was going to say," and just he'll use that last untraceable burner sending stone.
Yeah,
and call Theobald. Hey, turns out your maiden is Terrafin's mommy. I think he could benefit from some parental guidance right now. Wondering if you might talk to her.
So like a good hour or so goes by, and then suddenly you hear Callan's voice again. You're walking with Delcia, and all of a sudden you stop, and she's like, "Oh no." She just sees your kind of vague look.
We're not in Dragonlock right now, correct?
Correct.
Honeymoon.
What are you doing? What do you need with Maven? Don't leave Dragonlock. We'll come find you.
That's it. Okay. Callum will respond.
Well, that was his response to yours.
Oh,
So you'd have to.
oh, he's not using the earring or anything. Gotcha.
No, but that's a once a day, if you remember, because the earring can do sending once a day.
Okay. We'll have to
Till.
resolve that later, I guess.
Yeah. Damn
On to the
telegraph. And he's like, okay. Yeah, you just join, follow along.
All right.
So you kill time, I'm guessing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, we want to. I mean, we're headed towards that riverboat where Tora Tarania said she would be.
All the way down in the, there are shady areas of the Stones district. At the best of times, the Shores district has always been pretty shady. It's very kind of dock town because they kind of handle stuff before it goes into the lock system, into the Stones district. So it's even honestly, this place is giving you the vibes of almost that, there's the dock area and the warehouses right next to the river. And then it almost looks like a shanty town now. And it did not before that.
Well, I probably got some old friends there, but we are kind of on a mission. So as best as we can, we got to navigate to the riverboat.
Yep. So you make your way down there, and sure enough, even though you're, a little early, it just kind of, you were going to kill time, but there is a large with the big wheel, the paddle wheels and everything lit up. There is a really kind of garish looking red carpet type thing to a little plank onto the boat, and there's two very large individuals, one looking to be an actual Goliath, the other a half orc, standing there. As you and Dolan approach, they both only paying guests get on the the River Tyrannus.
Well, of course. And I will obligingly pay the guards for myself and Dolan's admittance.
How much are you flashing them? Or just out of curiosity?
1 platinum.
Take the first one. He takes the platinum. He's like, "All right, go on." And,
All right.
and the second you both start to move, he holds up the hand. I said, "You," pointing to you, Callan.
Oh,
So you
oh.
got a platinum 2 there, buddy.
Oh, yeah, I got him. Sorry. Of course. Here you go.
We're keeping
And-
track of your platinum, correct?
Mirtimo is. He's my accountant.
Oh, good. There is a limited supply. I mean, it's a good supply, but still.
Mhm.
Yeah. So he'll bite it. All right, Rufus, take him in. And the Goliath just shakes his head and he's like, "Follow me." Walks in, goes, leads you onto the actual boat. Make your way around. Looks like there's a lot, like when you get into like kind of the main kind of hallish area of it. It's a big banquet room, lots of tables. Looks like a gambling house. I mean, and he'll lead you up the stairs, and then he'll just kind of gesture for you to wait. Knocks on the door. Hear a voice behind it. You know the voice, and they're like, "I got." Oh crap! What do you choose names?
Callan and Dolan.
We've got Callan Dolan out here to see you.
That'll work.
And you hear a little bit of a sigh. She's like, and you hear that, "All right, let them in. Or he opens the door and he's like, "All right, you can go in."
Mhm.
And he's like, "I'll be right out here." And he just, it's almost cute because he's kind of simple, you can see, and he just kind of, "I'll be right out here." And he looks at both of you. And then he shuts the door as he's,
Good man. Yeah. Tora Tyrannia.
the shutter on the door opens and you see the eyes. Sorry.
Oh, so we're not in?
Oh, you're in. He's on the outside of the door and he just pulls the shutter.
Yeah, I'll just kind of, act like I own the riverboat and say,
Ah.
"Hey, Tora, thanks for coming out. Good to see you."
Oh, I couldn't help but be here when I know Callan Dan Dolan was going to be here. What a wonderful establishment you put together. Someone who hasn't seen a friend for many years might want to say, "Oh, good job. Oh, you've really done things. Oh, what a nice, kind of legitimate looking thing you have going." But, I would hate to, put such flattery out there.
It's wonderful. Yes, I got ahead of myself here. I came here for a reason, but as always, you're always in the back of my mind, and you're always the reason that I wake up every day and stuff like that. So,
Blah, blah, blah. What do you need from me? I know you wouldn't find me unless you needed something. I'm no dummy. Our friendship has always been based on how we could help each other.
yeah, and as I recall, that's gone both ways lots of times.
Absolutely. I wouldn't have it any other way. A friend who's worth something is only as worth as much as the friend is.
Okay, no, you absolutely do have a wonderful operation. I've admired your work since the night we met.
And what a night.
So, my friend here, Dolan.
She kind of eyes Dolan a little bit. She's like, "Yes, I'm not familiar with him."
Of course, I want to show him the digs, all the great stuff you got going on here. But he is also a skilled diviner of sorts, and looking to complement his materials for some very specific scrying and divination tasks. And you're the best at that. So I was hoping you could help him out and, give him the special treatment. And at that statement, Callan has to kind of give a hidden wink of some sort.
Yeah.
Because we have done
Tora,
that before.
Yeah. Tora will just, you'll see like the straight face for a moment as you're saying all this and just blowing kind of smoke just a little bit, just playing it up a little bit, and then you give the wink and little smile. All right, I can help you out. I can set you up with everything you need. There might be a price involved. Let me see. Whatever your shopping list is, we can discuss price after I know what you're looking for and if I can even facilitate.
Okay. So does Dolan have his list?
Yes. Dolan will kind of start to like, okay, and just he's like, all right, wow, like, I have a crystal ball. Obviously, you don't leave home without it, but I need a really good silver mirror. Silver mirror will be really useful. Also, I could use a fan. Turquoise is better. I mean, I attribute a lot of my like he just starts to ramble with like the things he needs, and then all the weird stories connecting to each thought. And she like just Tora's just listening and just and just every now and then jotting a piece of information that they actually need, and getting through all that. And then finally, all right, I believe I have most of this. If you're able to give me a day or two, they might have the rest of it available. All of this is quite expensive, though. Hard to come by.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's only fair. I'm guessing you, Callan, all the money in this situation.
I am. And if I don't have enough, I think there's some items that are from our previous engagements that haven't yet been recovered that I can help you find.
Most excellent. I was hoping we could have just a little one-on-one time to maybe discuss arrangements and see what we can work out.
Absolutely.
You know what? She'll kind of collect a few things. She's like, I have these right here. Here are a few items, Mr. Dolan. Here you go. Why don't you go and entertain yourself? The bar's open downstairs. We have some financial things to work out. We'll be back to you as soon as we can.
All right. You good, Dolan? You comfortable?
Dolan has kind of a handful, like a sack, he's like, oh, I'll start cataloging and I'll start to take the seeds off of the. Yeah, I got lots of things I can do. This is great. Thank you.
Awesome.
Nice meeting you. You were just lovely. And all of this, I really like it. It's real nice. And he turns around and the door's already open and Rufus is there. He's like, I'll take you to the bar. Yeah. Starts to shut it and yeah. And you are alone with Tora, and Tora will just immediately kind of relax and seriously, what was all that? Who he is chatty fellow, isn't he? He doesn't seem like your normal puppy or whatever you'd take up.
Well, it's kind of a condition of the job right now. He's
Oh, it's
useful.
at the job.
He's a good guy.
Oh, fair,
but-
fair.
But I kind of need to have a trump card on him, if you know what I mean.
Oh,
So
yes.
if
What are
he
you
can
looking
see ahead, I need to be able to see ahead of him.
Ah,
And if I can't see ahead of him, I was hoping you could help out and, kind of counter scry or counter divine or whatever you call it.
oh, okay. I might be able to help with that, dude.
Kind of like you suggested doing with old Quindrick before.
Yeah, you have to break his crystal ball, or his crystal ball. I have a replacement, one of mine, and I just can look in and see what's going on.
Okay.
It's attuned. It's a set. So clumsy mistake, and we'll replace it obviously for free.
Mm-hmm.
That would
Okay.
be my first suggestion. Doc.
Should I do that now, or are we gonna pick up the old dragon chess game?
Well, I mean, give us some time to have a few drinks and maybe get a little cloudy before we try to break something of his.
Good thinking. All right.
So we'll pull back from there and dragon chess and Mertimo, Javiant. Anything once they leave and Mr. and Daughter Midnight are still there. They have nowhere to be at the moment. After they leave.
We must go get the costumes for ourselves and Mr. Dolan. If there anything else that either of you that we can be of assistance. These set design, these maps, you have a fine mind for these. This would be excellent.
Daughter Midnight will just kind of, as you're kind of trying to like, oh, well, that's about it. We gotta get going, she's like, how much is your friendship with him worth to you?
With
He's
Kellen,
probably going to get you killed. Like, you get that, right?
we have been in tough scrapes with him before.
It doesn't have to. Like, I can offer you employment with better benefits and definitely more longevity.
This is interesting. We are, of course, wedded to the theater.
Oh, of course. Show must go on. But you can't have a show without a gifted writer, director, and a star.
What kind of employment are you thinking?
Short term or
Mertimo
long
will
term.
be looking at Javiant and Killian, I think you're muted.
You might be muted. Oh, she's a gifted mime too.
Yes, sometimes we are trapped with our engagement. As if we were in a box of our own making.
Oh my god, that's so funny. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay. I found out my webcam, if I don't say anything for a long time, will just turn off the mic.
Oh,
Actually,
Fun.
kind of cool.
Yeah, right? It's kind of cool. Okay, can I ask you, Scott,
Yes, you may ask me things.
Yes. So, okay. I don't know about you, Chris, but I know how I've kind of envisioned my character. They are pretty much only allegiant to themselves and like people who give them gainful employment. So like you and maybe some prop handlers around the
Is that a euphemism?
No. That's not. And so I don't think that Javian would ever suggest subterfuge or to betray anybody. But they wouldn't be opposed to it if given the right price, but also given the right motivation. You know what I mean? And
We are always open to negotiations.
yeah, like I don't want to die. I would like to get through this job, as it were, with minimal damage to this perfect face. I mean, of course, right? I understand scars are in right now, but you know what? I'll take prosthetics. Thank you very much. And they look at Daughter Midnight and they say, "Look, I am open to discussion, but you gotta double at least what we're being paid right now for this job up front."
She'll kind of look over towards you, Murtimo, and just kind of give you the look of like, do you agree with that?
What job do you have in mind?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's the job you're on. I just want to make sure that our mutual friend is playing on the up and up the entire time and actually going to come through with his side of things. No
Caleb.
double crosses, no sneaky. I just want your friend not to, as I feel I got a little bit of that tension, tried to outstage people, rewrites. I want to make sure he stays on script.
So it's like a preemptive double crossing. It's like you're not actually against him. You just want to make sure he fulfills his bargain and you'll pay us extra for that.
Absolutely.
What's the catch, Mama? I know I'm youthful and gorgeous, but I was born at night, but not last night. Okay, what's the twist?
Mister will actually pick up at that as she's just looking at you. I'll be honest, I actually kind of like both of you. You're characters that I'm definitely adding to the bank up here.
Oh no.
And I gotta say, you just seem like you're just got a snowball's chance coming out of this when you're tied yourself exclusively to your friend. And I myself am a free agent. I look out for me before I worry about anybody else. I come out of the job, as I feel both of you should too. And Miss Midnight is just pointing out she's looking after her investments as well, making sure everything goes down. We just want to make sure all parties involved are actually playing faithfully. How about that?
You double our rate up front, and we can assure.
Technically triple, I think, from the sounds of what you two were talking about, because you're getting paid whatever you're getting paid, and then Miss Midnight here and her benefactor are going to double whatever he's paying you.
Well, some of it will be
Coming out.
taken out for costumes, props. You know, this jewelry, and I hold up my many rings. This jewelry doesn't come cheap, darling, and I will make sure you're all bespectacled, beautiful, perfect-looking creatures. I mean, Mister, you
Daughter
have no
Midnight
problem.
will, she's like, that's part of expenses that's being paid for. We just
Oh,
how
even
much.
better! I could get a new wardrobe. You know, my spring wardrobe is really out of date. It's already 2 weeks old.
for the job.
So,
the
yes.
job.
Oh, well, you are just buttering my biscuit, aren't you, Daughter Midnight? Will you allow me to converse with the purse strings, and I gesture over to Murtimo, and we will give you an answer shortly.
Why don't you two take the night? We have other things to do anyway.
Oh, like
We
what,
just want
Sneaky?
to. He said, "There's a John down that hallway that's waiting. How about that?"
Oh, shit.
They'll get up and just until tomorrow.
Bonsoir.
And they kind of just tap. She taps the table. Same time tomorrow here at the Silver Teacup.
Okay.
With bells on.
And no hangover.
Mister will just look over. He's like, just kind of like with a little whimsy, just like, I better see bells.
I have
And
just
they
the
leave.
shoes.
They leave.
Okay. Look,
Is there anything
What?
you two want to
Is it
discuss?
still
or do
late
you guys
afternoon?
want to have? That's what I was asking. Do you want to have a brief thing, or do you want to reassemble after Callan would be getting back?
We
from
would.
the-
So, just Minotaur would usher Javiant out. We'd be out walking, but still giving the signal that, right, we may or may not be alone. And Javiant would want, or Minotaur would want Javiant's help in acquiring a couple, right, doing a little investigation. Right, last time I was looking for vendors, trying to find some uniforms. 2 uniforms. One that will fit Javiant, one that will fit Minotaur. For one of the service, whoever's vending for that, and then be discussing whether or not they should just cut and run now. But, and working their contacts to try to find a copy of an invitation and a forger that they could get a reasonable facsimile. Not that Javiant couldn't, of course, just talk her way in past anyone, invitation or not. But so that afternoon and evening, that's what he would like to be doing, and right, just kind of using their own language that they've, their own thieves' cant that they've been using to discuss these things, with the idea that Daughter Midnight or Mister could be around any corner, essentially. So.
Right.
I agree.
So I'm assuming it's more discussion, no decisions.
I mean, I think this is not my character. This is just me making sure I understand. We're basically just making sure Callan doesn't do any, pardon my French, fuckery to mess up the job. Okay. Yeah, I don't feel
It's like they don't trust him.
Yeah, I don't
and
blame them.
by you in extension, but at the same time, if they could pay you enough money where they feel like you'll be purchased, you know, just like, kind of, they don't 100% trust you, you don't 100% trust them, so you guys are doing your own things to safeguard yourself.
Payment
Ironically,
or
so are
not,
they.
payment or not, we already know he will not stick to the lines. He's already bent. He's already bent with this man, both this Derek and this Speaker of the Vines. Either way, we are dead if he does not come through.
Exactly. And I mean,
Payment or not, extra payment or not, doubling, tripling, it does not matter. He has sold us into this.
I think we might as well make some money. And if the job parameters don't change, I don't see why we should not take extra payment and assess our situation accordingly.
We will see.
Essentially hinting we could absolutely take the money and run.
Okay. There are things to think about with that. So, looking at the time, I'm going to say mulling over some double crosses, some double crosses, some double crosses. It's like a heist movie, guys. Oh my gosh. Next episode, Callan's. I can't really do Ocean's 11 and Callan's 11. It just doesn't roll the same way. But either way, that's
His crew, seriously. Mertimos 4. 3.
Mertimos 4.
Mertimos 3.
Yeah.
Dan's 10.
So until next week, we will rejoin the heist. Should we ever actually stop double crossing and planning the double crosses with a triple cross, with a quadruple cross waiting in the wings, and get to this party. So until next week, thank everybody who's joined us tonight. Thank you for putting up with us just really entertaining ourselves. I am DM Scott. With
I'm
me,
Killian.
as always.
Yeah.
I'm Mick.
Chris.
Have a great week. Be safe.